Happy Saturday, everybody, and welcome in here on the Cougar Sports Network as we get you ready for a softball doubleheader. The #1 team in the state of California, the Mt SAC Mounties, in town to take on your College of the Canyons Cougars. I'm Matt Robinson. Happy to have you along here for game #1 of a two-game set today. Should be a fun one. Mt SAC, as we said, #1 team in the state right now, according to the California Community College Athletic Association rankings. They're 14-2 in their conference play in the South Coast Conference, leading that conference by a couple of games over a team that we've seen actually here at Cougar Field in Cerritos. Way back early in the year, Cougars dropped two tight games against Cerritos. And they'll take on the Mounties, who are 27-3 on the regular season this year, 11-2 at home, better on the road at 13-1. So it'll be a tough test for COC, who comes in at 18-11-1 on the season, 10-5 here at home, 4-4 in conference play, finding themselves right now tied for third in the conference, along with Citrus, as they're probably not going to be able to chase down Bakersfield, maybe get to Antelope Valley and try and be in the 2 spot in the conference, as they just lost a game to Bakersfield the other day here at Whitten Field. So it should be an interesting test for the Cougars here today against a very good Mt SAC team. We'll have the starting lineups and the opening pitch for you when we come back here on the Cougar Sports Network in just a minute. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments, time with friends, lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back in as we get ready for game number 1 of a doubleheader between Mt SAC and College of the Canyons here from Whitten Field. The starting lineups today for the Mt SAC Mounties. Asia Chacon going to lead things off and play second base. Ariana Coronado, the shortstop, in the 2 spot. Brianna Gores in the 3 spot, playing third today. Anne-Marie Gutierrez, the catcher, in the 4 spot. Then Alyssa Castaneda, the first baseman, followed by Lauren Avalos, the designated player, batting 6th today. Haley Moran, the right fielder, in the 7 spot. Ashley Diaz will play center field and bat 8th. Arlie Coronado, the left fielder, will bat 9th. And the flex doing the pitching today, Serena Navarrete for Mt SAC, as they will face Samantha Flores, the scheduled starter for COC today. Flores, who has been better as the season has gone on, coming in today, sits at 7-7 overall in the year in 18 games. This will be her 17th start of the season. She's gone the full 7 8 times so far this year, with 1 shutout. Opposing hitters hitting .263 against her. The ERA 4.09 and 78 2/3 innings pitched. She's given up 46 earned runs, struck out 45, but walked 54. That's been the one problem for Flores this year. When she gets herself into trouble, she tends to walk a few too many batters and can find herself behind in counts, deep in counts, and trying to work back in. When she's on her game, her changeup has been her go-to pitch, especially later on in the year. She started to find it and work into it. Actually, we're waiting for the meeting at the home plate to finish out so she can get warmed up. So still a few minutes away from opening pitch here as they're discussing the ground rules. Defensively for the Cougars today in game number 1, Engelbrecht will start at first. Silva, the second baseman. Memory Munoz getting another start at shortstop for the 2nd straight game here at Whitten Field. Allison Melgar starting at third once again today. Will likely pitch in game number 2, if not in the later innings of game number 1. Brianne Tall playing in left field. Ashlyn Heck, the student athlete of the week for the Cougars in the women's sports category, playing center field. And Julia Fuentes in right field, with Lisa Motes behind the dish working as the battery along with Flores. We'll step aside one more time. When we come back, we'll have the first pitch here from Whitten Field. Cougars and the Mounties. Game 1 of a 2-game set here on a Saturday in Santa Clarita. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
As we come back in here to Whitten Field, game number 1 of the 2-game set, COC and Mount San Antonio College. As we go to work, Asia Chacon will lead things off as she'll face Samantha Flores. Chacon this year hitting .433 with a home run and 7 runs batted in. Mt SAC, of course, trending as one of the top teams in the state of California in pretty much every category. And when you look at the Mounties this year, the number 1 team in the state per the rankings, as they right now sit at 27-3. Is the first pitch from Flores, misses up, and we are underway. For Mount San Antonio College this year, it's really started and ended with the offense. They have just pummeled opponents this year, scoring a lot of runs throughout the season. You talk about 187 runs so far this year. They've only allowed, actually the pitching staff has been really good too. They've only allowed 1.29 earned runs on average during the season. That's their team ERA. And it's just been all working for the Mounties so far this year. A showing bunt to Chacon. Flores is the only one going to be able to make the play, and she makes a strong throw to first to get Chacon for the first out of the inning. Flores with a beautiful play to open things up. 1 down here in the first. And it was a bang-bang play. Engelbrecht had to make a long stretch and keep her foot on the bag, and she did. So one away here in the first. Ariana Coronado stepping to the plate now for Mount San Antonio. Coronado this year, .359 on the offensive side with 3 home runs and 23 runs batted in. And we will continually talk about the offensive prowess up and down this lineup for Mt SAC today. As they said, one of the best teams in the state in just about every category this year. There's a reason why they're the #1 team in the state of California right now. As Flores gets this one lifted in the air down the line as Coronado drives it foul. Just a long strike, so we'll come back and do it again at the count at 1-1. So we wait on the 1-1 pitch to Coronado here. That one over for a strike, makes it 1-2. Nice pitch that time from Flores with a fastball in the outer half. So she finds herself ahead here against Coronado. Mount San Antonio, as we said, 27-3 on the year. Butte right behind him at 27-1. In the last rankings, I think Butte right about the same right now as Coronado down on strikes. It was a drop third strike, so Moats has to fire down to first. 2 away here in the top half of the first inning as Flores looking solid so far. 2 up, 2 down. First strikeout of the day for Flores. Brianna Goris coming in. Gracious, you're batting .573 on the season with 11 home runs and 35 runs batted in. Takes a called strike and a changeup on the inside corner of the plate. And Flores working ahead. As you look at Goris so far this year, it's 3 games without a home run. Her last home run was against Pasadena City College, but she pretty much has hit safely in just about every game this year. She did miss a 3-game stretch back in the early part of March as this one softly rolled towards the second baseman, Silva. It's a 1-2-3 opening inning for Samantha Flores as she starts off strong in the first. No runs, no hits, nobody left at the end of a half an inning. Mount San Antonio nothing. COC coming up. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now. So Serena Navarrete going to take the circle for Mount San Antonio College here in this first of 2 games today. Navarrete this year 6-0 on the regular season in 59 1/3 innings pitched, an ERA of 1.06 with 34 strikeouts. This will be her 12th start of the year. She has had a sparkling season so far. When you look down the lineup, and really the pitching staff has been just as good as the offensive side. For Navarrete this year, just 10 walks to those 34 strikeouts. She's only given up 9 earned runs and 14 runs total on the season, so it'll be a tough test for COC. As John Wismath will send Lisa Moats, Alyssa Silva, then Ashlyn Heck to the plate to start things off here in the first. Allison Melgar will be in the 4 spot. Julia Fuentes in the 5 spot, then Brianne Tall, the left fielder, followed by Sabrina Engelbrecht, the first baseman. The DP, Mackenzie Gardette in the 8th spot, and then Memory Munoz batting 9th for COC. Here today in game number 1 as we wait for the first pitch here from Navarrete. As we said, just her 12th start of the year. Only Pison has more starts on the roster. Pison has gone the majority of the innings this year, 109.2, and she's been just as good as Navarrete. And we likely will see her in game number 2 as the first pitch to Lisa Moats misses. Moats in the leadoff spot again today for Coach Wismath. Was down deeper in the lineup the other day, but finds herself back in the top spot, maybe opting for some speed here early on. Is that one over for a strike? And the count even at 1-1 strike. Moats on the season, 389 hitter with 3 home runs and 19 runs batted in. Has 11 stolen bases on the season as well, so has plenty of speed as she takes that pitch down in the zone and it makes the count 2-1 strike. That one over for a strike, and the count now 2-2 strikes here to Moats. I think if you're COC today, you want to make Navarrete, you want to make the rest of the Mt SAC pitching staff work for their outs, not give them easy ones. We saw that against Bakersfield late in the ball game on Thursday. COC went 1-2-3 on 3 pitches in the 6th inning and through the heart of the order. As Moats down on strikes and a bouncing ball to Chacon for the first out here of the home half of the 1st inning. Defensively for Mt SAC today, Castaneda at first, Chacon at second, Anne-Marie Coronado the shortstop, Goris at third, Arlie Coronado in left field, Diaz in center, Moran in right, Gutierrez behind the dish, working along with Navarrete as the battery for the Mounties today. As here comes Alyssa Silva getting the start here, hitting in the 2-hole, batting .291 on the season with 7 runs batted in. And she swings at the first pitch and pops it up on the infield, and just what COC maybe did not want as a first pitch out, as Silva pops out to the second baseman, Chacon. So 2 down, and here's Ashlyn Heck. Heck, the student athlete of the week on the women's side for COC, batting .446 on the season, 45 hits, 20 of those extra base hits this year with 2 home runs and 24 RBIs. Oh, by the way, 8 triples on the season as well, and she seems to be missed triples so far this year. As she had one the other day against Bakersfield. She fouls that one off, swinging at the first pitch and just driving it away. This one softly rolled up the third base line, and it's a foul ball as Goris picked it up in foul territory, so Moats will get to come back and try it again. Or excuse me, Heck will come back and do it again. Heck 2 for 3 the other day against Bakersfield in that 4-2 loss with a double and a triple. Her 2 hits, extra base hits. And she's kind of been up and down a little bit as of late. Against Citrus went 0 for 4, but then was 3 for 4 against El Camino before going 0 for 3 against Cypress. So kind of up and down as she tries to go to work here. This one chopped up the middle. Going to be a tough play for Coronado. The throw not going to be made. That's an infield single for Heck, and the Cougars have the first base runner of the ball game. A 2-out single for Ashlyn Heck, who continues to find a way to get on base, using her speed that time to get herself down to first. And here's Allison Melgar stepping in, the third baseman in game number 1 today. Also the Cougars for a time top pitcher, although Samantha Flores has given her a run for her money right now, which is a good thing to have if you're COC. Melgar batting .426 on the year, 4 home runs, 23 runs batted in. Had a home run against Citrus to help the Cougars do a 4-1 victory. Just went 1 for 3 the other day, but did have an RBI against Bakersfield as she drove in Heck from third after a triple early in the ball game. And she stands in and takes a called strike. Melgar on a 7-game hitting streak right now. She offers, and she's behind in the count at 0-2 here. Allie, for a while there, had a 5-game streak of multi-hits in ball games. She chops that one foul as Heck was in motion on the 0-2 pitch. Melgar just stays alive. Allie's bat has really come alive here late in the season. Early on in the year, had some struggles up and down, but as we said, on that 7-game hitting streak, has 3 home runs during that 7-game hitting streak and 4 in her last 9. So the power has come around as she chops this one. Coronado going to pick it up and fire to first, and plenty of time to retire Melgar. Cougars get a runner on, but leave it there at the end of 1 full inning. No score between College of the Canyons and Mt SAC here from Whitten Field.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Top half of the second inning we go. No score between Mt SAC and COC here on a warm Saturday in Santa Clarita here in April, and it's been some unseasonably warm weather over the last week plus here in Southern California. First pitch here of game number 1 right at 12 p.m. Temperature is 84 degrees at first pitch. Sunny, not a lot of wind to speak of. It's a nice day out, but a little bit warm here for springtime. Temps should reach about 90 degrees here today. So we'll see if that starts to play a factor as we move on through the doubleheader. As it'll be Gutierrez, Castaneda, and Avalos here in the second inning for Mt SAC. Breeze pretty calm today. Gusts up to about 10 miles an hour, but that is it coming out of the southwest. And here at Whitten Field, as well as at Cougar Field off to our right over our shoulder, the wind tends to swirl a bit and can make for some interesting defensive alignments at times. But hopefully the wind kind of stays a little bit calm today and we just get a nice clean ball game under our hands. Flores behind in the count here. She goes to work in the second. Cougars unable to give her some run support in the first. As we have no score here in game number 1, top of the second inning. Gutierrez at the dish this year. She takes a called strike. Batting .290 on the season with just 6 runs batted in. Has yet to strike out so far this year. As that pitch misses down and away, makes it 3 balls and 1 strike. Gutierrez in and out of the lineup so far this year. Did not play against Rio Hondo. That's the last game that actually has statistics for Mt SAC. They did play against East LA the other day, but no score has been listed. Is that one over for a strike, so the count here full. It's really been for Gutierrez in and out, in and out. She had 3 hits against Fullerton and 2 runs batted in a 5-0 Mt SAC win. Remember, the Mounties right now on a 10-game winning streak. They've been doing it with a bunch of different bodies in the lineup. Lots of options for Mount San Antonio. There's this one hit in the air towards center field. Heck gonna have a play on it. Camped underneath it in shallow center field for the first out here of the second inning. So it'll bring us Alyssa Castaneda here to hit in the second inning. .415 hitter on the season with 3 home runs and 12 runs batted in. Snapped a 3-game hitting streak against Rio Hondo. As she gets hit by the first pitch, and Mt SAC has their first base runner here in the second. So Flores yields her first base runner. And surprisingly for Sam, that's her 7th hit batter this season. Has had some trouble inside to righties at times. It's the count, 1 ball and no strikes. As she faces Avalos with a runner on first base. Pitch misses down, so Flores behind in the count. Avalos, a 154 hitter. She has herself way ahead in the count here, 3 balls and no strikes. And it's a 4-pitch walk. So we've talked about Flores having some trouble this year with the walks, and that's where she gets herself into the most trouble when she loses the strike zone. And so 2 runners on. Haley Moran was the scheduled hitter here. And they're going to run for Avalos, the DP, as they'll bring and actually they're going to run for Castaneda at second base. So Desiree Bravo coming in to run at second base. Thought she was taking over for Avalos, but instead taking over for Castaneda, with Moran here at the dish. Swings at the first pitch and lifts it foul up the left field line. Moran, 342 on the season, no home runs, 6 runs batted in. She's 13 hits and 38 at-bats. And now a discussion between the home plate umpire and the field umpire after the pitch. It's 1 away here in the second. Runners on first and second for Mt SAC. As Moran in at the dish. Moran didn't have any at-bats against Fullerton or Rio Hondo. Went 0 for 2 against Cerritos. 3 for 4, though, against Pasadena City College in one of her better games of the year. Had a double in that game as she lifts this one foul down the left field line. And the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And again, for Mt SAC, they've just been able to kind of use everybody on the roster. Nobody getting a heavy load of at-bats. Nobody getting a heavy load of pitching time other than really their ace pitcher in Pison. Everybody else kind of is getting a run here and there. She looked very even down the line. Lots of girls with 20-plus games under their belt this season. Just continue to have the ability to kind of flex the lineup around and find ways to win. That's why they're on a 10-game hitting streak and why they're part of the cream of the crop right now in the state of California, sitting as the #1 team in the state with one of the best records in the state. It's the 1-2 pitch from Flores on the inside, called strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Flores as she sets down Moran on strikes. 2 away here in the second as Ashley Diaz stepping in. Diaz, a .274 hitter this year, a home run and 13 runs batted in. 1 for her last 5 in her last 2 games played. It's the first pitch, a changeup over for a strike from Flores, and that's the pitch she's started to work more off of. She finds the changeup into the zone, gets herself ahead, and that's been the difference maker for her this season, that ability to get that changeup in the zone. As again comes with a pitch that rises through the zone, swung on and missed by Diaz. And it's 0-2 with 2 away and 2 on for Mt SAC here in the second inning. Deuce is not quite wild yet, but we're close. Channeling Vin Scully, longtime Dodgers great announcer, as the 0-2 pitch misses up. Makes it 1-2. So Florence trying to work around a hit by pitch and a walk. As Diaz with 2 strikes on her, and this one lined back up the middle. That'll get through for a base hit. Trying to score from second base was Bravo, and she does, as Heck couldn't handle the ball cleanly, was charging to try and fire to the plate. Lost the base, or the softball, and Diaz has an RBI single with 2 strikes on her, and Mt SAC has a 1-0 lead here in the second inning. Pitch got a little bit too much of the plate from Flores that time. A little bit too high in the zone, up where Diaz could handle it. She laced it out into center field. Heck had a play on it, was going to try and cut down Bravo, but just trying to come up with the ball quickly and kind of lost it, slipped out of her hand. Nobody else advanced. Bravo scores, and Coronado comes to the plate with 2 out and 2 on. Swings at the first pitch, trying to slap. And she's behind in the count here, 0-1. Coronado, a .373 hitter this season, just 3 runs batted in for her. 2 hits her last time out against Rio Hondo. Has a 3-game hitting streak by our calculations. Again, we don't know about the East LA game. Is this one hitting the air back of the shortstop, and it goes off of the glove of Memory Munoz. 1 run will come home. Into second base is Coronado. Mt SAC with a 2-0 lead as they'll put runners at second and third on the error by Munoz on a pop fly on the infield that was kind of in between 3 players. Heck was charging in. Silva was over there as well, and it just goes as an error against Munoz. So 2-0 here as we go back to the top of the order. Asia Chacon coming back in, grounded to the pitcher, trying to bunt for a base hit back in the first inning. As the Cougars infield comes to talk here, John Wismath going to march out there as well. The entire infield came in to talk and discuss what was going on, and I think there's some discussion between Silva and Munoz on who should have made the play. It's 2-0 in favor of Mt SAC. It's a long discussion out there, and it's pretty much between Wismath, the shortstop, and the second baseman right now. So long conference over, everybody trying to get settled back in. Chacon stepping back in. We go back to work. 2-0 Mt SAC here in the second inning. Chacon swings and lines the first pitch foul. So Flores ahead in the count. Flores tries to get her to chase on an 0-1 pitch that misses down. So the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Cougars find themselves in a 2-0 hole with runners on second and third. 2 down here in the second inning. This one hit up the third base line foul, so Flores gets herself ahead in the count at 1-2. Sam hasn't pitched bad. Didn't get some help from the defense on the last play. Was just a pitch away from getting out of the inning without any damage. Gave up the 2-out, 2-strike single to Diaz that drove in a run. And then the error on Munoz on the Coronado fly ball in the infield has extended the inning. Certainly not what you want to do against this Mt SAC team and let the offense have more opportunities. As the pitch to Chacon down in the dirt. Evens the count at 2-2. Good block by Lisa Motes behind the dish. Keeps everybody in front. As we look with a runner on third this year for Flores. 5 wild pitches on the season. It's a 2-2 fouled away, so we'll do it again. Flores working off the third base side of the rubber. So really tight into a right-handed hitter like Chacon. And when she can work that changeup in on the outer half, it makes it very tough on those right-handed hitters, especially with her positioning off that right side of the rubber, or that third base side of the rubber. Just a 2-2 delivery on the way. Change up down in the dirt that Moats keeps in front. So the count here full. 3-2 with 2 outs and 2 on. And a 2-0 Mt SAC lead. So a big pitch here early in the ball game for Flores. This ball lifted foul. Up the third base line once again. So a battle between Flores and Chacon here with 2 down. Breeze starting to blow a little bit here at Whitten Field. So we wait again on the 3-2. Flores delivers. This one hit on the ground. Melgar picks it up on one hop, fires it over to first, and that'll end the inning. But Mt SAC gets a pair off an RBI single from Diaz and an error by Memory Munoz that brought around Avalos. And we go to the home half of the second inning in a 2-0 game. Mt SAC in the lead.
I love emergency medicine. You're there at these people's worst time of their life, and you're there to make it a little bit better.
The EMT program at COC is a one-semester program. Over the course of it, the EMT students will learn the textbook knowledge they need, practical hands-on skills that they're going to need working out on an ambulance or in a hospital or whatever setting they decide to work.
People are constantly hiring. There's always a need for first responders. When I graduated from this program, I got a job within a month.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Fuentes, Tall, and Engelbrecht start things off, the scheduled hitters for the Cougars here in the second inning. Fuentes has been struggling a little bit as of late. 0 for her last 11. Has 3 straight games without a hit, batting .326 on the year with 2 home runs and 22 runs batted in. Certainly would like to see her bust out of her little slump right now as she faces Navarrete after a long second inning for Mt SAC where they just put up 2 runs. It's the first pitch from Navarrete over for a strike. That's been part of the problem for Fuentes lately, is falling behind early in counts and just having to try and battle through, and has not been able to really find a bat on the ball. Went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts against Bakersfield the other day. And you can see she presses again and chases a pitch that might have been out of the zone on the outer half and behind in the count, 0-2. This one hit in the air towards shallow center field. The shortstop Coronado back to make the play. 1 down here in the second inning for COC. And it'll pop out on the infield.
Batting 6, number 18, left fielder, Brianne Tall.
So to bring us to Brianne Tall, the left fielder. Tall batting .283 now with 2 home runs and 22 runs batted in. The average has gone down a little bit as of late. Doesn't have a hit in her last 4 games. 0 for her last 11 as well. The Cougars really need Fuentes, Tall to start to come back alive again. As those two early on in the year, along with Heck, Moats, and Melgar, really were the catalysts for COC this year. The Cougars certainly hoping that both Brienne Tall and Julia Fuentes can get out of whatever funk they're in, as that pitch misses away and evens the count at 2-1. Or makes the count 2-1, I should say, not evens the count. Cougars chasing 2 after a 2-run first inning for Mount San Antonio College. Or 2-run second inning, I should actually say. It's been a long week. The brain fog is still here. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Tall swings and misses. Takes that pitch that looked really good, right over the heart of the plate from here, and right at the knees, but it's called a ball. It makes the count 3-2. So 3-2 on the way, and Tall down on strikes. So Navarrete not phased by it, has her first strikeout of the ball game. 2 down here in the second inning.
Batting first, number 21, first baseman, Sabrina Engelbrecht.
Brings us to Sabrina Engelbrecht. Engelbrecht starting back-to-back games at first base. 3 games in a row she's been in the lineup. Went 2 for 3 against Bakersfield, 1 for 3 against Citrus, so 3 hits in her last 6 at-bats. Hitting .364 on the year. She fights the first pitch off foul. No home runs, 7 runs batted in. Has 4 extra base hits on the season, just 12 for 33, but has started to find a home in the lineup over the last few games, playing a solid first base and doing a better job at the plate. She chases a changeup as Navarrete pulls the string that time, and Engelbrecht way behind. That one really she just waved at, was way out in front off the front foot, and wasn't even close, was just trying to, I think, chop it into the ground anyway. As we wait on the 0-2, Navarrete back to work. Engelbrecht just able to stay up long enough to foul it away, and keeps it at no balls and 2 strikes. Navarrete back-to-back strikeouts. That'll end the second inning as she gets Engelbrecht to wave at a fastball. And so COC down in order in the second inning. We head to the third, 2-0 in favor of Mt SAC here from Whitten Field.
The restaurant and hotel business is the second largest industry in the state of California. Opportunities in such a vibrant career are a click away at College of the Canyons.
It teaches you how to work with people, how to motivate people, how to manage people, how to lead people. And those qualities are so in demand in whatever industry we choose to go into.
COC can get you started on a journey into hotel and restaurant management today.
College of the Canyons is inviting youth soccer players from across the Santa Clarita Valley to participate in the new Community Soccer Youth Development Program running from April 13th to June 4th here at the COC Soccer Facility, with Wednesday evening training sessions and 2 Saturday play dates. The 8-week academy is open to boys and girls in kindergarten through 6th grade. Sessions will be led by COC soccer coaches from the men's and the women's programs. For more information or to register, visit cocathletics.com and click camps and clinics. As we go to the third, Mt SAC will send Coronado, Goras, and Gutierrez, 2-3-4 to the order here in the third inning to face Flores. Picked up 2 runs in the second to give themselves a 2-0 cushion as they go back to work on the offensive side. Coronado down on strikes in her first at-bat. And Flores working with the changeup on the outer half for a strike to open the inning. Coronado fouls this one off to the left, so 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Flores outside of the 2 runs in that second inning has pitched pretty well today. Got herself into trouble though with a hit batter and a walk, and that's really where the damage got done as Diaz was able to drive in 1 run. Defense making an error in the second to bring home a second. That one is going to be foul up the third base line. I think it was actually off of Coronado's bat twice while she was in the box. I think it bounced up off home plate and hit her, and that's why she didn't move down the line. So it keeps it at 1-2. It's a good job by Coronado just to fight that pitch off. Flores back to work inside the circle, has her sign, and she'll go to deliver and misses up in the zone. Tried to come with a fastball, changed the level. This one fouled off, so we'll keep it at 2-2. This ball lifted in the air towards right field. That's going to get over the head of Fuentes, out to the wall. Rounding second and heading towards third is Coronado. She's going to be in safely with a stand-up triple to lead things off here in the third inning for Mount San Antonio College. A good piece of hitting by Coronado that time. Just stayed deep in the box, waited for the pitch to get deep, and drove it out into the right center field gap. So the first real hard hit ball today off of Flores. As now here's Goris, who grounded to second base in her first at bat. She takes, the pitch misses the way. Goris has hits in 11 of her last 12 games. Only an 0-for-3 game against Cerritos, which was a really good game, a 3-2 ball game. 2 of the better teams in Southern California dueling. She's heading the count here 2-0, and Flores misses away, and she's way behind now. 3 balls and no strikes after the leadoff triple from Coronado. Goris just walks on 4 pitches. Second walk issued by Flores. Interesting that she stays away from Goris, who's the teeth of the lineup really right now, batting .573 with 11 home runs, but she did get her out in the first at-bat on a soft ground ball. Now she faces Anne-Marie Gutierrez here. With nobody out and runners on the corners, Cougars will have to keep an eye on the base runners here. Moats does a good job behind the dish at throwing runners out. Goris, not known to steal, does not have a stolen base attempt this year. But maybe Mt SAC trying to get tricky and steal another run here in the third inning as Flores misses the first pitch up. And that's 5 straight balls from Flores here. Needs to just find the zone. Delivers a strike on the inner half at the knees. Evens it at 1-1. So Coronado at third, Goris at first. Nobody out here in the third inning. 2-0 Mount San Antonio after 2 runs in that second. So changeup popped up just in front of the plate, and Moat's going to be able to make the catch. It's a good pitch from Flores that time to get the first out of the inning. A pop-up to the catcher, 1 down. And here's Alyssa Castaneda, who walked last time up. as she's going to check back in. They ran for Castaneda, so she re-enters here. So now the double play in order here could get you out of the inning. Castaneda at the dish, hit by a pitch in her first plate appearance. Pitch misses down. Moats does a good job to keep it in front and hold the runners in their place. Two balls and no strikes the count. Pitch misses up. So Flores way behind here at 3-0. Mount San Antonio's only grounded into one double play this year, and that was actually Ariana Coronado who grounded into the double play. That's been the only one so far this year, so we'll be asking a lot of the Cougars here. This one lifted in the air to shallow left field. Tall going to make the catch on the infield dirt and fire a strike to the plate to make sure that Coronado stays at third. Well, too shallow for Coronado to even give it a second thought. So a good pitch from Flores gets Castaneda to fly out. Two down, and Lauren Avalos, who walked last time up, stepping in. Big time pitch that time from Flores. Now she faces Avalos. Avalos 2 for 13 this season. So not a lot of opportunities for her at the plate. Getting a start here today. She's going to bunt, misses. Cougars going to have a runner in the rundown here. A run is going to score. They're going to tag. Going to tag the runner at second base in Goris. So Mt SAC going to steal a run here as the runner able to slide in Coronado from third. Cougars, though, get the out, and they limit the damage to just one after Mt SAC had runners on the corners with nobody out here in the third. We head to the home half of the third inning. 3-0 in favor of the Mounties. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Gardette, Munoz, and Moats, the scheduled hitters to face Navarrete here in the third inning for COC, trailing 3-0. We have a little bit of a delay here. Not sure what the delay is. Oh, I think it's It's a bloody nose, actually. Ariana Coronado, it is warm out today. It looks like she had some tissue and has it stuffed up in her nose to try and stop that from running down her face. Can't play with blood on yourself, on your uniform. She's all right. It's just a heat thing. Just pretty warm here today. First pitch was 84 degrees. Temperature has risen a little bit as the day has gone on. Gardette to start things off. It's about 87 degrees now here as we go into the third. Swings at the first pitch, pops it up on the infield. An easy play for the third baseman, Goris, who catches it for the first out. One away here in the home half of the third inning.
Batting ninth, number 17, shortstop Memory Munoz.
Bring us Memory Munoz. Munoz batting .225 on the year. Home run and 5 runs batted in. Takes a called strike. Munoz a hit and 4 at-bats against Bakersfield the other day, riding a 3-game hitting streak coming in today. Navarrete continues to pound the strike zone. That one misses just away on a good-looking changeup. Evens the count at 1-1. Pitch again, this time on the outer half, called for a strike. It was a fastball that time, so it makes it 1-2 here to Munoz. It's a changeup, misses away. Munoz staying off that pitch 2 times here in the at-bat, has it even at 2-2. So we hit on the 2-2 pitch. Navarrete works. Munoz chops this one towards the second baseman. Chacon picks it up on a big hop and just pitches it over to first base. 2 down here in the third inning. We go back to the leadoff hitter, Lisa Moats, with 2 down here in the third. Grounded to second base in her first at-bat. Lisa also on a 3-game hitting streak, went 2 for 3 against Bakersfield. She was down in the 7th spot in the order in that game, but has moved back up to the leadoff spot where she's been for most of the year this year. Her slugging percentage at .684, 7 doubles, 6 triples, and 3 home runs this season. Her and Ashlyn Heck have really driven the ball well this season, and they have been the 2 best hitters in the lineup. You can put Allison Melgar late in the year in that category as well, as she's started to really find her groove at the plate. It's the 1-1 count. Navarrette's pitch misses down, and Moats is even at 1, or makes it a 2-1 count, I should say. He's right about even on balls or base on balls and strikeouts. 11 walks, 13 strikeouts on the year. So she's a pretty tough out, all things considered. Batting right around 400 this season. As she hits this one foul into the first base dugout. And evens the count at 2-2. Right fielder Moran shading the right field line, so there's a big gap out in right center field right now. Moats instead tries to pull this on the ground. Going to be a tough play for Coronado as Moats very speedy. Has an infield single. The Cougars have a runner aboard here in the third. Moats using her legs, a hustle single for her first hit of the ball game. Extends her hitting streak to 4 games now. And it'll bring us Alyssa Silva. Silva popped up in her first at-bat. So Moats in motion, trying to swipe second base, and she does easily. Pretty strong throw from her knees from Gutierrez, though, to make it a little bit closer than maybe it should have been. But Lisa down to second base with a stolen base, and the Cougars with a runner in scoring position. And now San Antonio going to come in and talk among the infielders and the catcher. All out to talk to Navarrete to discuss what they would like to do here. It's a pretty strong throw from her knees from Gutierrez. Just floated a little bit too much, and Moats with a good slide to the back of the bag in there safely. And Lisa's been very good on the bases this year. Part of the reason why she is in the leadoff spot again today. That's her 12th stolen base of the season. And now you need a little base hit from Silva with 2 outs here. Moats in motion on any contacted ball, should score on a ball that gets to the outfield. First pitch missed down. So Silva ahead in the count here facing Navarrete. 1-0 pitch on the way, hit softly off the foot of Silva and rolled out into the infield. So she'll come back and do it again as the count will be 1-1. Silva takes a strike on the outer half. So behind here, 1-2, a good pitch from Navarrete on the outside corner. Cougars with their best chance to score so far here with 2 away and a runner at second base. Chasing 3, so you'd like to start to chip away. As the changeup misses up, evens the count at 2-2. A little bit too much float on it that time from Navarrete. Got a little bit too much underneath it, trying to work up in the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As this one hit up the middle. Coronado not going to be able to get there. That's going to get through for a base hit. Moats going to try and score. A strong throw to the plate is in time to nab Moats. Wasn't quite hit hard enough, and a great throw from Diaz to cut down Moats at the plate. So Silva with a base hit, and that'll end the inning. So the Cougars chasing 3. They can't get in to score, and we head to the 4th inning in a 3-0 ball game.
The restaurant and hotel business is the second largest industry in the state of California. Opportunities in such a vibrant career are a click away at College of the Canyons.
It teaches you how to work with people, how to motivate people, how to manage people, how to lead people. And those qualities are so in demand in whatever industry we choose to go into.
COC can get you started on a journey into hotel and restaurant management today.
Getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
So it'll be Avalos, Moran, and Diaz here as the Cougars held off the board off a strong defensive play from Diaz out in center field to cut down perhaps the speediest Cougar in Lisa Moats after a hit from Silva. They would think would have scored a run, but Cougars come up empty. So we go back to work in the 4th in a 3-0 ball game. First pitch to Avalos over for a strike. She was left at the plate when Mt SAC was able to steal a run. Coronado stealing home after Goris took off and got caught in a rundown for the 3rd out of the inning, but Coronado scoring just ahead of it. So Mt SAC able to manufacture a run, and now Avalos behind in the count, 0-2. This one hit right at Melgar, who makes a snag over her head at the third base bag. Nice play from the hot corner.
Number 7, right fielder Haley Moran.
So one down here in the fourth. Slick play from the third baseman Melgar. And now Moran, who struck out in her first at bat, steps in. This ball hit down the left field line, foul, so Moran going to come back to the plate. Moran, one of 2 Flores strikeouts in the ball game. Need a quick inning here from Flores, get the Cougars back into hit. Had their first good opportunity on Navarrete in the last inning, just came up a little empty. Through some strong Mountie defense. Good pitch just on the inside, and it misses a little bit. 2 balls and 1 strike here to the right fielder, Moran. This one poked foul. Flores sits down Moran on strikes for the second time today. 2 down here in the fourth. Here's Ashley Diaz, singled home a run back in the second inning. Swings at the first pitch, pops it up on the infield, playable for Munoz, who will make the catch this time. Had one similar that was back over her left shoulder that she dropped back in the second inning that extended the Mountie second, but makes the catch this time, and that'll end the inning. So a quick inning for Flores. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, nobody left. 3-0 Mt SAC as we head to the home half of the fourth here from Whitten Field.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
Looking for youth soccer camp? Well, College of the Canyons has the answer for you. The COC soccer program will host the 2022 youth soccer camp running June 20th to the 23rd with boys and girls in kindergarten through 6th grade invited to play. Participants will receive a COC soccer camp t-shirt and soccer ball with evening training sessions held at the state-of-the-art COC soccer facility located right here on the campus of College of the Canyons in Valencia. For more information or to register, visit cocathletics.com and click Camps and Clinics. It'll be Heck, Melgar, and Fuentes here in the fourth inning. COC trailing 3 in the heart of the order coming up to face Navarrete. So a chance for the Cougars to try and go to work and recover a couple of runs. They're starting to run short on time here. As we're quickly into the fourth. Navarrete has been good. He's given up 3 hits in the ball game, but no runs, and she pulls the string on a changeup that gets Heck to wave. Heck singled back in the first inning, so extends her streak as she hits this one on the ground. Going to be a tough play for Goris, but she's going to be able to make it in plenty of time as Heck down on a soft ground ball to third base. One away, and here's Ali Melgar coming in. Made a slick play on the defensive side in the last half inning. And now she'll step in, try and get things going for COC. Melgar takes a strike. Allison riding a 7-game hitting streak right now, trying to extend it here. Just her second at bat of the ball game. She might get one more, but Navarette's been pretty good here. She chops this one towards the shortstop Coronado, who picks it up on 2 hops and fires to first. So 2 quick outs here in the home half of the 4th inning. As Navarrete navigates the dangerous part of the order, and it's Julia Fuentes stepping in. Fuentes swings at the first pitch, lifts it in the air, back of the second base bag. It's dropped by Chacon. And so Fuentes, maybe just what she needed, although it's not a base hit, but she gets on first. It's an error by the second baseman, Chacon. But still, for Fuentes, just the fact that she's able to see the first base bag for the first time in quite a few games. It's a good start for her. So again, remember 0 for her last 12 coming into that at bat. But she's on at first, and we'll keep an eye on her on the bases this year. Just 5 for 6 on the base pass so far this season. As here's Bree Tall. Struck out her last at bat. Cougars trying to string together a few 2-out hits here. That one called for a strike on the outside corner. So it makes it 1-1. As this one hit on the ground, gonna get by the shortstop Coronado out into left field. It gets past the left fielder, Arlie Coronado. They're gonna try and score. Fuentes from first base. She will get there, and the Cougars are on the board with a couple of errors from Mt SAC. A base hit from Bree Tall. She moves all the way up to third, and COC on the board. So a base hit from Tall. An error by Arlie Coronado out in left field. That's gonna allow Fuentes to score, and Tall moves up to third on the play. And it brings Sabrina Engelbrecht, who struck out in her first at-bat. Now Mt SAC going to come around to talk at the circle once again here with Navarrete. As an error by Chacon on a playable ball back over her head to her left. And then an error on a ball that got through the infield out to left field by Arlie Coronado that skipped by her. And allows Fuentes to score from first. And now with a runner at third, Engelbrecht hits this one on the ground on the first pitch. Picked up by Chacon, fires over to first. Cougars get 1, though. They chase 2 as we head to the 5th inning. 3-1 in favor of Mt SAC.
Continuing the quote about soccer, COC.
The new media journalism program focuses on hands-on training for up-and-coming multimedia journalists.
We do shows every 2 weeks, and students put together their own stories. They go out and shoot them, they do the voiceover, they edit them together. It's a really, really cool hands-on experience.
If you want to dive right into the world of journalism, this is the only place to do it.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
To the fifth we go, two-run ball game. COC gets one back in the fourth. And Flores will face Coronado, Chacon, and Coronado.
Left fielder, Aureli Coronado.
Riley Coronado stepping in, reached on an error, brought around a run back in the second inning. Ended up making an error last inning that allowed the run to score for COC, so trying to make up for that. Slaps this one on the ground to the second baseman, but she's going to be safe at first base using her speed. It's a tough play for Silva, and the leadoff runner aboard here for Mt SAC in the fifth. An infield single for Coronado, and it brings up Asia Chacon, who's 0 for 2 today with a pair of groundouts. Tried to bunt for a hit in the first and was cut down on a nice play by Flores, and then grounded to third to end the second inning as she steps in with a runner on. So Coronado flashing the speed. Slap hitter, making it tough on the defense. Bunting is Chacon, the only play at first base for Flores. So Chacon down on a sacrifice bunt. The runner moves up to second base, and a runner in scoring position for Mt SAC here in the fifth. They'll bring up Ariana Coronado. Tripled in the third and scored. She stole home plate on the double steal that resulted in the final out of the inning, but did bring home a run as she swings to the first pitch and lines it foul up the third base line. Coronado 396 on the year. Down on strikes in her first at bat as she takes that pitch down. The count even at 1-1. This one hit towards third, and it gets off of Melgar. Trying to score from second is Coronado, and she does. Into second base is Ariana Coronado, and Mt SAC adds a run. It's a tough play for Melgar trying to backhand it, and it skips off her. And Ariana Coronado into second base. So just when the Cougars get one back, they give one back up in the fifth. It's back to a 3-run lead. And here's Goris, who's 0 for 1. Walked and was cut down trying to steal second to end the third inning on a designed play as that ball skips away from Moats. And Ariana Coronado moving up to third now. I think if you're Flores right now, even though Goris with 11 home runs this year, you'd want a challenger. Didn't really challenge her in the second at-bat. Did in the first at-bat, and that time misses away. Goris hits this one foul up the third base line. So Flores gets herself into the count here. She works against Goris here in the 5th inning. That pitch misses down and away. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Coronado leading away from third. This one hit back up the middle. That'll get down for a base hit. Another run will come home. Goris has an RBI single. And Mt SAC has stretched the lead now to their largest of the day at 4. So Goris just a smooth 3-2 swing and lines a single out into center field. Going to bring Anne-Marie Gutierrez here with 1 away. And a runner at first base. So Flores in a little bit of trouble now. Gave up a leadoff single to Coronado. Chacon sacrificed her over. Then Ariana Coronado reached on the error at third. Goris singles her home after she moved up to third base on a passed ball. As that ball catches Gutierrez, so it'll put runners on first and second here. And now Mt SAC with a 4-run lead and 2 on, nobody out, going to work, or 1 out, we should say, going to work. Chance to try and stretch it even further. First pitch fouled away by Castaneda. It'll get out of play. Castaneda hit by a pitch, flew out to left field. Good pitch from Flores down, but doesn't get the call. Evens the count at 1-1. So now, after you were asking Flores to keep it at a 2-run ball game, now you're just asking her to keep it from getting out of hand at this point. 2 on and just 1 out. That pitch in for a strike makes it 1-2. The lead now 4 here for Mt SAC. This ball lifted in the air towards right field. Going back on it at first was Fuentes. Coming back to make the play was Silva. And a good pitch that time from Flores to get the second out of the inning. It'll pop up on the infield. 2 down, and the DP, Lauren Avalos, will step in. So Avalos first pitch swinging, pops it up back of third. Munoz. That was an awkward play. Melgar was going after it and then decided to duck away, thinking that Munoz was calling it. There was a lot of yelling from the dugout, and it ends up bringing new life here for Avalos on a pop-up that should have been the third out of the inning. So it would have been a tough play for Munoz. Really, Melgar would have been the only one that could have made the play, and got called off by the noise from the dugout for COC. 2-1 strike the count here to Avalos. Walked and lined out to third. Came around to score after the walk in the second. She swings and hits this one in the air to left field. Playable for Tall, who drifts back, will make the catch at the foul line, and that will end the inning. Mt SAC gets 2, though. As the Coronados both score, they have a 5-1 lead as we head to the home half of the fifth. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Third base for Mt SAC, number 19, Olivia Ortiz. Batting in the ram spot, number 3, Emily Barba. And now batting for Coronado in the ninth spot, number 2, McKenna Barcelona. Leading off for the Cougars, number 19.
So all sorts of defensive changes here for Mt SAC coming into this fifth inning. Barcelona now in left field. Barba out in right field now. And Olivia Ortiz now the third baseman. As it'll be Gardette, Munoz, and Motes for COC facing Navarrete here in the fifth inning. Gardette popped up on the infield her first at-bat. The DP here in game number 1. Check swing foul ball in the first pitch. Takes the second pitch, and the count is even at 1-1. Navarrete, who was challenged in the third. Cougars had a couple of 2-out hits, but got some help from the defense. A good throw from the center fielder Diaz to cut down Lisa Motes to take away a run. Gave up a run in the fourth with 2 away after an error that allowed Fuentes to get on. A base hit from Brianne Tall, and then an error by the left fielder, Arlie Coronado, that allowed Fuentes to score all the way from first. But otherwise, it's been relatively smooth. Just 4 hits against in the ballgame, 5 base runners against in the ballgame. Hasn't walked anybody, struck out a pair. Has Gardette with 2 strikes on her as the 2-2 pitch poked up the first base line as Gardette a defensive swing, and she's retired 3 unassisted, 1 down here in the fifth inning. We'll bring us Memory Munoz. Grounded to second her last at bat. Well, the second time through the order for COC. Just have not been able to successfully string together hits here against Navarrete, whose first pitch is in the inside corner of the plate for a strike. Moats waiting in the on-deck circle. Moats, Silva, Heck, and Taub with the base hits for COC today. You'd like to let him work with less than 2 outs, as the Cougars have not been able to get a base runner on early in an inning. All their base runners have come with 2 away so far today. As that one over for a strike makes it 1-2. This one grounded towards second base. Chacon an easy play. Second time today, Munoz down on a ground ball to the second baseman.
Number 7, catcher.
And 2 down, so the Cougars still unable to get a runner on with less than 2 away. And Lisa Moats with 2 outs will step in. She looked Heck with a 2-out single. Moats had a 2-out single. Fuentes reached on the error with 2 away. Moats swings at the first pitch, hits it into shallow left center field. It goes off the glove of Coronado. Trying to go back and make a play, so Moats is on. It's a tough play for the shortstop, Anne-Marie Coronado. And so again, the Cougars with a 2-out base runner. As Silva, who singled back in the 3rd inning, but couldn't drive in the run due to a good defensive play, steps in now. And now Mt SAC going to talk about it here. His coaching staff out to talk to Navarrete. It's interesting today from the Mounties. Seems as though Jim Bowler is working as the head coach today. Rubelina Rojas listed as the head coach on the roster, but have not seen her. Bowler today on a Saturday, along with Eklund and Gutierrez working as the coaches for Mt SAC. As Silva, first pitch swinging. One hopper to the shortstop, Coronado. Strong throw onto first base, and that will end the inning. So the Cougars with a 2-out base runner. They can't do anything with it here in the 5th. We head to the 6th. It's a 4-run ball game, 5-1 in favor of Mt SAC.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
Here at IQ, which stands for Institute for Culinary Education at College of the Canyons, we offer 3 certificates: a baking and pastry certificate, a culinary arts certificate, and an associate's degree in the culinary arts. We are an accelerated program, so you can finish between a year and a year and a half. We create a culinary community here at College of the Canyons.
Leading off for Mt SAC, number 3, right fielder Emily Barba.
So the Mounties here with a 4-run lead go back to work. Emily Barba will get her first at bat here in the 6th inning. Barba hitting .299 on the year, hits the first pitch foul up the third baseline. Took over defensively for Moran last inning, hits here in the 6th. 20 for 67 on the season with a home run and 11 runs batted in. Has just 5 extra base hits on the season. As she takes it off the elbow, and Flores has hit another batter. The 3rd time today Flores has hit a batter.
Number 6, center fielder Ashley Diaz.
Leadoff runner aboard, and Ashley Diaz comes to the plate. So Mt SAC leading by 4. Remember, it's 8 after 5 in softball here in the 3C2A, so maybe thinking about another big inning as a back pick to first, not in time. As trying to bunt was Diaz. Good throw from Moats, but Engelbrecht searching for the tag. Could not get Barba, who was well off the bag. A little bit too much motion on the missed bunt. Saw that the other day against Bakersfield. Moats with a good strong throw back behind the bag and couldn't get it out. And it was the same thing, Engelbrecht kind of searching for a tag. That on Thursday it was trying to search back over her left shoulder for the tag and couldn't find the runner. This time searching back over her right shoulder, same thing. So maybe just got pulled away a little bit. 1 ball and 1 strike the count here to Diaz. Singled back in the 2nd, popped out in her only other at bat is 1 for 2 as she takes that pitch down as she pulls back the bunt, and the count 2-1. And again, another bunt that gets pulled back, and the pitch misses down. So it's 3 balls and 1 strike. And this time Diaz bunts it foul back into the screen, so that makes the count 3-2. Three-two fouled away, so we'll do it again. Three-two on the way, lifted in the air toward shallow left field. Tall charging in will make the catch. 1 down here in the 6th. So good job by Flores to stay in the battle and ends up winning it. Here's McKenna Barcelona hitting for Coronado in the 6th. Barcelona this year, .283 hitter, 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in. Flores again falling behind. First pitch misses. So 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch that time, and Barcelona just fouls it away. So we're even at 1-1. Good pitch on the inside from Flores that time for a strike. So ahead here. Now Barcelona has to battle. Barba's still at first after being hit by the pitch. This one fouled away. This one chopped towards Silva. She'll just pick it up on the run, throws to first in time, just by a half a step to get Barcelona. The runner moves up to second base.
Number 25, second base.
4-3 for the second out. As Asia Chacon coming back to the plate. 0 for 2 today. Had a sacrifice bunt in the 5th. She'll step in with a runner in scoring position. Nearly hits Chacon on the first pitch. Flores looks like she's uncomfortable now. It's her right leg that's bothering her a little bit. That's the push-off leg. A couple of high steps trying to shake the ankle loose, maybe. Now Chacon showing bunt will likely bring it back. Takes the pitch down, and she's ahead here 2-0. So I wonder if Flores maybe working through something with her right leg here now. That's interesting here late in the ball game. It's not as though Sam has pitched bad. She's had some rough innings, but gotten out of it with limited damage. Mt SAC is able to string together a few more hits right now than COC. So that one over for a late strike call. Makes it 2-1. Chacon laces this one foul up the third base line, so we'll go to 2-2. 2 outs here in the 6th. Mt SAC with 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th for 5. COC with their only run coming in the 3rd inning. Sorry, their only run coming in the 4th inning. Chacon lifts this one in the air down the left field line, and it's going to get out of play. So we'll bring her back and we'll do it again. Two misses up, so the count now full with 2 away and a runner at second base. Barba hit by a pitch, moved up on the ground ball from Coronado, or from Barcelona actually. Flores trying to get Chacon and get the Cougars back into the dugout to hit as the 3-2 fouled up the third base line again. We'll repeat. So another payoff pitch upcoming. And a good changeup by Flores. Sets down Chacon on strikes and gets out of the inning without any damage. So a leadoff hit batter, nothing else. 5.5 in the books. COC trailing 5-1 as we head to the home half of the 6th.
The restaurant and hotel business is the second largest industry in the state of California. Opportunities in such a vibrant career are a click away at College of the Canyons.
It teaches you how to work with people, how to motivate people, how to manage people, how to lead people. And those qualities are so in demand in whatever industry we choose to go into.
COC can get you started on a journey into hotel and restaurant management today.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Three, 4, 5 due up for COC here to face Navarrete in the 6th inning. It'll be Heck, Melgar, and Fuentes. Running out of at-bats, trying to pick up a few here. Heck 1 for 2 today. Takes the first pitch up. The Cougars would like to have her on here to start the inning. Cougars have yet to have a base runner with less than 2 outs today. So we're into the 6th. It's not as though they have not had runners on, have not gone 1, 2, 3 today. Shiluk Heck had a 2-out single in the first, or excuse me, they went to 1, 2, 3 in the second. They had 2 on in the, or had 1 on in the 3rd. A couple of runners on in the 4th, 1 on in the 5th, and just haven't been able to drive anybody around. Only Lisa Motes has been really beyond second base before scoring, or behind first base before scoring. As this one chopped back to the pitcher. Good play from Navarrete. And so Heck down. 1-3 for the first out here of the 6th inning.
Number 22, third baseman Allison Melgar.
There's Allie Melgar, 0 for 2. Grounded to short a couple of times today. She stands in and goes to work. Trying to extend her hitting streak past 7 games. Takes the first pitch down and in. This one fouled away by Melgar. 1 ball, 1 strike. Melgar, we've talked about, has come on really during the second half. The bat has come alive, especially in terms of the power numbers. 4 home runs over the last handful of games. She takes a big hack and swings and misses. All 4 of her home runs coming since March 24th, when she had one against Glendale. And she's down on strikes as a off-speed pitch on the outer half sets her down. 2 away.
Number 8, right fielder Julia Fuentes.
Just the 3rd strikeout for Navarrete. And now here's Fuentes, who reached on an error by the second baseman, Chacon, a couple of innings ago. And now she drives one out into right center field for a base hit. So maybe that was all she needed, was that chance to just get on base. And she's got a hit. First time in a while that Fuentes on with a clean single. And it brings in Brianne Tall with 2 outs and a runner at first base. So maybe a sign that Fuentes starting to break out of her little mini slump. Tall, who singled back in the fourth. Single ended up scoring Fuentes after the error by the left fielder. Cougars would sure like to string together a few hits here with 2 away. As once again a 2-out base runner for COC. Just has not worked in terms of scoring runs. As Tall behind in the count, 0-2. Everett continues to work as the runner in motion, called strike 3. So the Fuentes steal doesn't matter. She's left at first. Tall down on strikes looking. 4 strikeouts in the ball game for Navarrete. We head to the 7th. It's still 5-1 in favor of Mt SAC. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now. So we come back in, we go to the 7th. A little scare for a second there. Anne-Marie Gutierrez down just off to the right of home plate towards the first base dugout. And the athletic trainer had to come out. She had to pop off her chest protector and was kind of slow to get off the field. Not sure what happened. Not sure if it was just a cramp from the heat. Not sure if she hurt something throwing the ball down to second base. On the attempted steal from Fuentes that did not matter as it was a strikeout to end the inning. And she's due up third here. As it'll be Ariana Coronado, Brianna Gores' spot. As looks like she'll re-enter here. And then Anne-Marie Gutierrez, who's the scheduled 3-hitter in the inning. We'll see if she makes it up to the plate. Mt SAC with a 4-run lead, 5-1. COC just has not been able to solve Navarrete early. And Mt SAC has given her a cushion here as we go to the 7th. First pitch swinging. Coronado pops it in the air to left in foul ground. Tall will make the catch. One down here in the 7th.
Number 9, third baseman Brianna Gores.
Gores will step in here. Checking herself back in after being lifted for Ortiz at third on a defensive replacement. Singled, walked, and grounded out. 1 for 2 today. Takes the first pitch down. Gores puts a charge into this one out to left. That'll get off the base of the wall. Tall picks it up, will fire it back in, but it's a 1-out double for Gores. Missed a home run by about 6 feet as it bangs off the base of the wall. But she has her second hit of the ball game. Now we're going to hit for Anne-Marie Gutierrez here, as we weren't sure if she was going to be able to get to the plate. And it looks as though she will not.
Attention please, now batting for Gutierrez, number 42, Maria Amesqua.
As Amesqua will come in to hit. So Maria Amesqua, the sophomore catcher out of West Covina, stepping in. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it away. Amesqua 269 on the year, 7 for 26 with 3 runs batted in. And now they're going to run for Goris out at second. As Riley Morano going to take over for her. And so that'll end the day for Goris here in game number 1, as that's the second time they've subbed her in and out. So Morano now at second. No balls and 1 strike. Here to Amesqua, who takes the pitch inside. The count even at 1-1. Change up from Flores. Amesqua way out in front. Makes it 1-2 with 1 out here in the 7th inning. COC needs a throw up a blank here against Mt SAC to give themselves a chance in the 7th, chasing 4. As that one fouled back off the top of the home plate umpire's mask. That one misses inside, but Mote's able to keep it from squirting away too far and keeps Moran out at second base. Or Morano, actually, excuse me. This ball hit out into center field for a base hit. Heck charging will make a throw back to the plate. Advancing to second base on the throw was Amesqua. So she has a one out single, puts runners on second and third now. Heck, maybe an errant throw back to the plate. As I don't think that Morano was ever going to try and score on that with how hard it was hit out to center field. Now in hitting for Castaneda here is Olivia Ortiz. And actually, maybe Goris can re-enter, as maybe it was Ortiz taking over for Castaneda, or Goris actually, I think, moved over to first. Not certainly positive, so either way, it's Ortiz. .267 hitter this year. She pops this one up, back of home plate. It'll go right off of our canopy. That's why we have it here, so I don't have to try and make a play. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just hope it didn't break anything. That's the only thing I hope. This one fouled back, and we'll do it again. So 2 strikes here on Ortiz. This one popped up. Shallow left field. Tall calling it, will make the catch. Good job by Tall to call off the shortstop Munoz that time. It's a much easier play for the left fielder. So 2 down, and the DP, Lauren Avalos, coming back to the plate. Runners on second and third with 2 away here in the 7th. Flores' pitch misses down. Be a big out here for Flores to end the inning and keep it a 4-run ball game after giving up a double to Goris, a single for Amesqua, who moved ahead on the throw to the plate. This ball hit in the air towards left center field and deep. Going to be a long run. Tall not going to be able to make the play. 2 runs will score. It was either Tall or Heck. One of them had to call it, and it lands out in between them. It's a 2-out, 2-run double for Avalos. And you can make it a 6-run game now. As Barba, coming back up to the plate, was hit by a pitch in her only plate appearance today. So 2 runs driven in by Avalos, the DP, on a fly ball out to deep left center field that lands between both Heck and Tall. And Tall made a nice effort at it, trying to dive for it, and was just a bit short of it. So in what was a tight ball game, now is a 6-run lead for Mt SAC. And the task has become a little bit taller for COC going into the bottom half of the 7th. So this ball hit out into left center field, or left field actually. That'll get down for a base hit. Tall going to make a strong throw to the plate, and they're going to cut down Avalos at home plate for the final out of the inning. A great throw from Tall to save a run on a hit from Barba. But 2 runs for Mt SAC in the 7th inning. The Cougars chase 6 as we go to the last of the last here from Whitten Field. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Here come the Cougars, leading off number 21, first baseman Sabrina Engelbrecht.
Engelbrecht, Gardette, and Munoz, 7, 8, 9 to face Navarrete here in the 7th inning. Cougars need base runners and in a hurry. First pitch swinging, a chopper to third, picked up and fired across the diamond by Ortiz. As Goris over at first base now defensively sets down Engelbrecht 5-3 for the first out here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. And not the start the Cougars needed here in the 7th. It's now Gardette who chases the first pitch. It's Navarrete back to work. Gardette chops this one towards third. Ortiz, an easy play. Back-to-back ground downs to third, and the Cougars down to their final out. As for Navarrete, working on her 6th or 7th win of the year, trying to stay perfect on the season. The ERA will go down even more as she's not allowed an earned run in the ballgame yet. And Munoz representing the final out of the ball game for Mt SAC, trying to push their winning streak to 11 games, win for the 28th time this year. And show off why they're the #1 team in the state right now. Navarrette's first pitch missed down. Munoz showing bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. Trying to catch the defense sleeping. Munoz hits this one in the air towards center field, playable for Diaz. She'll make the catch, and that will end the ball game. So Navarrete goes the full 7. She gives up just 1 run. It was unearned, and Mt SAC takes it 7-1. The final line in the ball game for Mt SAC: 7 runs on 8 hits and 3 errors. For College of the Canyons, 1 run on 6 hits and 2 errors in the ball game. Mounties take it 7-1. They improve to 28-3 on the season. The Cougars fall to 18-12-1 on the year. That'll do it for game 1. Matt Frieda will have game 2 for you when we come back. Switch over onto the other stream. It'll be with you in about a half an hour's time from now, here from Whitten Field.